you may remember this from our last chat, but I'll fill the other lads in that our photographer Tracy is a very, very passionate Kiwi, and she has put me up for something that she might have stitched me up. She wants me to see.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, look at the shirt.
Yeah,
boys.
Okay, you
I love
ready?
that shirt immediately.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Sorry. Very, very sidetracked.
Tutir eine Iwi.
Oh, yeah.
She told me you'd do that.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yes. What did I just say?
Oh, yeah.
It means like stand up,
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah, and like all together or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the very classic, like kind of sing along call and response song of New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
We were just freaking out about your shirt as well, like just prior, and so like that was a very like ADHD moment for all of us. You wouldn't steal a succulent Chinese. Oh, it's a classic.
I was searching for. I was quickly looking for a shirt to put on, and I'm like, I wonder if this classic Brisbane bit of culture has made it across the pond.
Oh yeah. It's I think made it the fucking Scottish guitar tech on this tour.
Ah, yes. I see you know your judo well.
Oh dear, lads! Big news coming over here with Anthrax.
Yeah, mate.
That. Who did you pay off?
Well, you probably. I mean, we have to be thanking our booking agent because they also book Anthrax, and we've done one tour with them previously in like 2019, so it was a long time ago, pre-COVID. You know, we were the opening band, and yeah, that was like a grueling European run. We were doing like shows in between all the Anthrax shows as well, so it'd be nice to do like these like 4 just real big shows with the guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic guys. So really looking forward to it, and it'll be Two's first time playing with Anthrax as well.
It will.
Hey, look out! Nice one, man. It was growing up. What were you guys' like first exposure to Anthrax? Like most people remember their first Metallica record, stuff like that. What was Anthrax like that for you?
Actually, for me and Lewis, it was probably the record they did with Public Enemy. God, what was it?
The track was "Bring the Noise."
I'm pretty sure it was. That was the title track of the album as well. But banger of an album. We love both Public Enemy and Anthrax, and like obviously, you know, the band that kind of started the Circle Pit as well. So, it was a big part of me and Lewis's growing up, and I don't know, I can't speak for this one over here.
You don't want to ask me.
If I listen to an Anthrax, well, you're about to.
I would love to have a band where they've just scored a support slot for someone really reputable, and there's one person in the band who just outspokenly fucking hates that band.
Yeah, well, I mean, no hate, but this is about as close as you're going to get with us.
Honestly,
I don't really know, bro.
I don't know these bands. That happened with Gojira when we did the Gojira tours. The boys were like, "Oh my god, we're touring with Gojira." I was like, "Who's that?"
now he's listening.
Now I am,
Because that's the thing. Touring with the fans converted you into a fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not that I didn't like them, but my metal exposure was relatively limited. So I don't know a lot of those big bands like that.
That's all right, mate. 99% of like the big name bands that I interview, I've probably become aware of in the last day or two in organising this.
Well, and you know, there's so much music coming out now that it's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
you know. Sure.
It's nuts. I must be getting sent 20 new ones every single morning. And the weird part is, unless I go out of my way to like force myself to check shit out, I will actually probably listen to less new music, I wager, than the average Joe on the street, because I'm constantly working on the stuff I've already got.
Yeah.
I'm like,
for sure.
I know. Smallest violin just for me. It's okay. Guys, I was cranking Terra last night while walking my doggy. What new tracks of that album, because it came out last year, what new tracks have landed with the audience, like in a real way, do you think?
Well, I feel like all of them have landed in their own weird sort of way. Like, there's definitely tracks that have kind of been the focal point of the album drop, I suppose, like Mogul, for example, and then obviously Tunny Far, and then that also features Randy Blythe, which is also a big draw. But I feel like all of us are pretty like stoked and happy with every single song on that track, if that makes sense. And I feel like I've kind of received that sort of same response from people that I talk to when they say they've listened to the album too. Like every track, even though some tracks obviously get more popular than others, like I feel like every track's a like solid track,
I think the one that's surprising us is Tereri or Tafuri Martin, because it wasn't a single. It's towards the end of the album, but it's such a high energy song that we were like, let's try. I like putting it in the set. It's a good circle song. Da, 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 da. And that one, I think, because you expect the single songs to do well because people are going to know them. So we got the song in there that people don't necessarily know, or you can go into a show expecting the crowd to maybe not know. But the energy of that song was just so high that the crowds have just been like, oh, and then Lewis right before us says, get the pit started, and they're just going, and going crazy. Every now and then you find people who do know that song, of course. Like we were in Glasgow last week, and there was a woman in the front row who was singing every word. I would also argue that's one of our harder songs lyrically. Like it's all Māori, it's quite fast.
Yeah.
She was like
Māori Eminem.
She was banging up all the lyrics. I was like, yeah, that's cool, man, especially for one of those tail end songs.
It just occurred to me. I'm doing 2 interviews today, and they're both New Zealand bands. I'm chatting to a stoner rock 2-piece called Earth Tongue.
They opened up for us.
Yeah, they opened up for us one day.
And
that was up in the mouth. Yeah, it was like a little festival out those ways. I
believe for the Nightlight Festival.
Yeah. Oh, great.
And they went on to open up for fucking Queens of the Stone Age. I was like,
woo! They've actually just moved to Berlin within the past year as well. But they've just gone home to do a headline run back home. So.
This is going to be one of my questions. It's funny, man. When I saw the name Earth Tongue, I was expecting bongo drums and pan flutes, and instead it's this like a really good stoner rock. I'm like,
they're grooving too. They've got this fucking. There's some stoner rock that doesn't always have that like real fucking groove to it, man. But they've got the fucking groove in there, which I love.
Now, guys, to help me out for that interview, I realised that I've never actually said the traditional name for New Zealand out loud, so I'd have no idea how to pronounce it. Is it Oratoria?
Aotearoa.
Aotearoa. Aotearoa.
Yeah.
I'll work on
it. Holding the arm.
Huh?
Aotearoa.
I'll work on it. It's in like 3 hours.
I hurt my arm. Tear like tearing a bag in half, and roar like car door, but roar with like a rolled R at the start.
So ow.
Alteria.
Yeah.
I need another coffee.
That's always the one. Aotearoa. It's like it's almost like you said, just tap the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Yeah.
I'll have another one of these. I'll see if I can get this
you're recording it, mate, so you can watch it back as many times as you can. But hey, look, we appreciate the effort though,
Oh, man,
not everybody gives a fucking up to try and say it correctly,
Mate, you were mentioning earlier working with Randy Blythe, who is one of my dream interviews. I've been chasing that motherfucker for about 5 years. What is he like?
Very nice.
Chillest
Very
dude.
Awesome dude.
Chillest dude.
Fucking awesome dude.
Yeah. He's into his photography and surfing and like really isn't really even a metalhead.
No.
It's weird. He's like way more into his like punk and kind of
Bless him.
But no, he's still a fantastic guy and obviously amazing lyricist and vocalist.
Yeah.
Very intelligent, you know, and very I think for a lot of people, like sometimes like his politics is surprising, you know, like I know like he's like in a supportive way, you know. I think he's probably more progressive than people assume because of the general Lamb of God.
Well, and the fact he's from West Virginia.
Right.
Like,
A very red town.
You know. Yeah. So then like when he on a song like our song, you know, and he's like really stoked to be talking about Indigenous strife, and you know, a lot of mutual friends that we have with Randy are like
Navajo and
Native Americans. It's like he's just a cool dude to be around, man, and very like eloquent. Like, you can have some real out there conversations with him that you really gotta feel like you gotta lock into. Damn, I sound like an idiot talking to this guy.
He's someone who really takes his time and like finds the shit out.
Well, he's a history buff as well.
Yeah,
he's so locked in with all of that. And actually, fun little tidbit is he actually recorded all of his vocals for that song Taniwha holding a taiaha, which is what most people refer to as a spear, but you know, it's kind of more like a sword. It's a sword or a staff.
Yeah,
and
use the opposite end to climb people.
Right.
Oh, it's hard. I love it.
Maybe photo of him with no shirt on, mic in his face, and a taiaha.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah, bro, let's do that.
Guys, what kind of interplay did you see between kind of Maori culture and the metal scene growing up? Like, were Huckers in the Pit a thing before we started hearing about bands like you guys and Shepherd's Reign?
I mean, Haka in general was a thing, but yeah, I think we were kind of the first, if not one of the first bands to sing in Maori and do heavy music. And like, it was something that obviously caught on, and you know, I mean, Shepherd's Reign very shortly after were doing the same thing in Samoan, so there's something about it that works, obviously, and you know, we never looked back from that first song. We never went, oh, maybe that was a bit of a flop.
Mate, I was listening to a track, pardon my pronunciation, Tamanui Tera from the there's a kind of rattling sound in the background. Is that some sort of instrument that it's throughout the beat there is this little rattling just
It's like someone knocking on a door. It's literally it's rocks clapping together.
Excellent, thank you. I'm like, I know my ears are fucked, but Mate, looking at the New Zealand, lastly, just looking at kind of New Zealand as a music scene. Now, obviously, you guys struggle to get as many. Obviously, it's hard getting bands to Australia. It's even harder getting them to New Zealand. And look, I am sympathetic. I grew up in Tassie, so I got even less than anyone. So I believe me, I get it. What are some of the best and worst things about the music scene in New Zealand? What are some things that you love about it? What are some things that you just wish you could change?
That's an interesting question.
I know what I would change is like the local culture surrounding traveling to shows. So it's one of the biggest problems in New Zealand is New Zealanders don't want to drive anywhere. Half an hour drive, that's too far away. 1 hour drive, too far away.
And that's why, as a band, you end up playing in both Auckland and Hamilton.
Right, which is only an hour drive away, but then both of those shows don't sell out, right? But you'd have a sold-out show if you just had one in Auckland and people from Hamilton or the greater area came to Auckland. We're like, in comparison to like a country like the USA, which is so huge, we have people driving
I've driven
tens of hours.
2 days, like fucking.
Yeah. We
15
made a road
hours.
trip to see you guys. Also, we're coming to 3 other shows.
Yeah. You know,
Like,
the effort that they put into traveling to see you in other countries around the world is much more immense, you know, and like that's in big countries. Like, part of me thinks it doesn't really have an excuse for a small country, man. You can get in your car.
I do like though that just leans into a kind of an almost stereotype of New Zealand, and you could say the same about Australia. Is that fuck? I don't want to do that. No, it's too far.
Yeah, exactly. You should come to my very small town in the middle of nowhere to play for me in my house.
Well, Adelaide always gets punched with that one as well, right? Yeah. Perth
always gets skipped.
And obviously Tasmania's a whole nother level.
Yes, forget about it. Perth thinks
it's like New Zealand.
Fucking 3-day drive.
It's left off world maps.
Yes. My wife, when she first travelled abroad, she went to an Australian restaurant over in God knows somewhere, and they had a map, painted up on the wall, and they had forgotten Tasmania. And they were asking my wife where's she from. She's like, there's an island like that you just isn't there.
Nice. And they went,
Are you sure?
What? Do you want some Australian fries?
Steakhouse, surely.
Yeah. Oh dear, guys, this has been rad. Thank you very much for your time. You look like you're backstage. Have you coming from a gig, or are you going to one?
Just finished.
Yeah. So what's the time now? It's like 9,
hour and a half
past 9. Yeah.
So, nice, excellent.
Literally just showered. We're all fucking ready for all of because we've got a couple more interviews after this one as well. So
easy. All right, lads.
Hopefully noise pollution from upstairs because the stage is like there. That's not too bad in the recording. So yeah.
Awesome. Lads, I'll see you in Brisbane with Anthrax.
Brisbane, mate. See you there.
No worries, lads.
See you again.
Yeah.